Hi everyone, it's Lucy and welcome back to the channel where we like pretty aesthetic things on the outside even if we are little rats on the inside. I am very keen for this video because today we're doing one of my favorite things, which is playing dress up, and we're going to be trying on some very pretty formal dresses, prom dresses, homecoming dresses, princess dresses. I'm saying this with the tone of like kind of uncertainty, and that is because I actually don't know what we're trying on, because all of the dresses I'm going to be trying on today are a complete mystery to me. I don't know what they look like. They have all been picked out by members of the Rat Royalty, which if you didn't know is my Discord that's part of my YouTube membership, and they are the cutest, and we share outfit pics and things like that sometimes in there, and the fits I see in this Discord, impeccable, excellent style. And this whole video that I've sort of been working and planning on is in partnership with jjshouse, who have been a supporter of the channel for a while. So a big thank you to them because they give me a lot of creative freedom on the videos. I get to have fun. If you haven't seen one of the videos with jjshouse I've done before, jjshouse are a fashion website that cover all of your special occasion dress needs. If there is any type of special occasion, whether it's for a wedding, maybe you're a guest, maybe you're a bridesmaid, maybe it's for prom. I always feel weird saying it like that because we call it a formal, but maybe it's for your school prom or school formal or school ball. They've got custom sizing, a huge variety of colors, and I really feel like there is something for anyone and any type of occasion where you do need a dress from jjshouse. And I do have a 10% off discount code you can use, which is Lucy2024. So if you did have something coming up and you wanted to save a little bit, then that is available for you to use. So when I asked if anyone on my Discord would be potentially interested in doing this, a bunch of them said yes, which is really cool. So I made a little Google Doc for people to just paste the links into, and I didn't really like look at the links to, try and get hints. I've been very well behaved. The only thing I mentioned is that I'm only one little woman. I'm only one little body. I only go to so many nice little fancy events. So all the dresses in this video are donated to a local community organization that I know that give them to students so they can wear them to their formal / prom. So all the dresses get their time to shine, which is very cool and good. And with that, we should just get into the first one. I don't know what order it is or who picked what. I don't know anything. So let's get into it. So this is the first dress. Looks like kind of a dusky, maybe like a winey red color. Let's take it out. Oh, she's inside out. Oh, I love these kinds of sleeves. Actually, is that short? How tall? I don't have perception of height and length. That color is so pretty. It's like a dusky, romantic kind of, I don't know. How would you describe this? The more I look at it, the more I feel like the color is actually really unique. Like I feel like you don't see a lot of this color out and about in, the stores these days. I feel like I just want to try it on like immediately, so I'm gonna do that. It took me a quick second to like configure the dress because obviously I didn't choose them, so I don't know how they're technically meant to be. I will of course link all of the dresses and the colors and information down in the description box below, because while it is the mystery dress game for me, it is not the mystery dress game for you. I wasn't sure if these sleeves were meant to be on the shoulder, half on, half off the shoulder, but I'm 99% sure they are meant to be like this. If it does not look like that in the image that I put up here, then you know that I am a silly dum-dum. I didn't really notice it when I was holding it up, but as I put it on, there is actually a little bit of like light corsetry kind of going on. There's some boning and structure to it. And there is also like inbuilt support and kind of molding and all of that stuff, which I enjoy. Because I feel a type of way about dresses that require some kind of alternative support solution other than your everyday undergarment if you choose to wear one. So when I try things on that are, strapless, backless, I really appreciate it when there is something there for me so I don't have to, muck around with the tape that doesn't really work all the time. So this whole situation is feeling quite comfortable, quite easy breezy, just very chill, which I appreciate. Anyway, practical elements aside, which I think are important to mention, especially when it's done well, in my opinion, I feel like the best way to describe this dress is just as romantic. That's just the word I think of. When you wear like a winey kind of berry red sort of color and then it like wears away and leaves like a really pretty stain. I feel like that's what this color is. It's so pretty. It's like the dress they would pick to put the person in on The Bachelor who they know the Bachelor's gonna pick. You know what I mean? It's giving like a romantic lead because it's like very pretty and like kind of a moment, but it's not like super over the top. So I'm going to dive into my Google document, and I think now that I know what the dress is, I should be able to attach it to the clue / note that someone left. Okay, this was from Jenny in my Discord, and the color is actually Mulberry, which is like, I was close. I was saying like a wine sort of color. So we were in like the fruit region-ish, but Mulberry, that's what, yeah, this is Mulberry. And as for why this dress, she said, I love a good tea-length dress, and I thought the ruffle hem and neckline were just so pretty. She said she went between this color and one of the blue ones, which this would also be really gorgeous in a blue, but she went between those a few times, but she saw that there were already a couple of other blue dresses linked on the dock. I I think this is really beautiful. It's very elegant and it's actually very comfortable. It's very swishy, good for dancing, having a good time, which I always feel like add points to any kind of clothing item, because clothes are made for wearing and we wear things so we can do things, except if you go to specific beaches, in which case you probably don't need to do that. But you know, I've worn a few dresses in my time where I've been like, this is kind of a moment, it looks really nice. I feel really special in it, but then like spending any kind of length of time, like as time goes on, you're like, this is less and less fun as we go on. And this one is just like a little bit more of a low maintenance vibe. Good start, team. Feeling good, we're feeling pumped. Okay, let's move on to the next dress. I am so excited just by the concept of this color, this kind of gorgeous pastel sky blue, baby blue color. I love this kind of color. This one feels a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier, potentially a bit more voluminous. So let's see. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm not entirely sure why, but the dresses come inside out. I'm going to assume it's to protect like any embroidery or anything on the outside of the dress. Got a lot going on here. Okay, this one's like, this is a gown. Oh, it's like a one shoulder vibe. Okay, I don't think I've ever worn a one shoulder anything, really. My brain keeps being like, it's giving Elsa, and I think it's just because the color is like the light blue color, which I guess you could say is giving Cinderella as well, but maybe it's like the tone of the blue. And also technically, Cinderella's dress is more of that like silvery white kind of color. You know, if I were to get like real specific about it. Okay, well, I'm gonna wiggle out of this one and wiggle into this one and we'll see how it looks. So here it is on. I love the color. There's something about baby blues. I don't know what it is, but I really love them. And the one shoulder thing, like it's my first time, I think, wearing something one shoulder, and I'm like pleasantly surprised. I don't know why. I guess I'm not drawn to it like naturally, but wearing it, I'm like, okay, it's giving visual interest. And I didn't realize until I put this on, but like got a little split going. It's not like a super crazy one, but like just a little something, because it sort of doesn't really come out unless you're like walking. But I like that kind of split because it just adds a little bit of extra mobility, a little bit of extra interest. But if you're not someone who's like crazy about showing a lot of leg, like this isn't the kind of dress where it would like do that, because the voluminous nature of the dress means that it's not like a super obvious split as opposed to something kind of more slinky. But it's really giving princess, or maybe, you know what I was kind of thinking, and I think it could just be because it's one shoulder, but it's kind of giving like pageant to me. You know, like either the first dress where everyone kind of comes out, or maybe like the last dress where they're all kind of like wearing their like final gowns. I think the reason I think that is maybe because of the sash and it's one shoulder. I will say whenever I see these sort of like see-through style tops with just like a little spot in the middle, I get a little bit nervous. But I feel like once everything kind of lines up and you adjust the straps to the back, which this is what the back looks like, it is so pretty. I don't know, it's like an extra fun little like strappy sort of moment. It just adds a little bit more to the dress than if it were just to be like all kind of, what is the word I'm looking for? Dress? If it was dress? You know what I mean? If it had like a back to it. I think that's what I was going for. Also, I feel like these sorts of applique on dresses can be really hit or miss, and I feel like this one is a hit. It's really light and blends in well with the color, so it's really kind of delicate. And I'm kind of living for the way it sort of blends the top section, which is all sheer and see-through, into the skirt. It makes it have like a more magical kind of princessy energy, at least to me. And a little bit of sequin sparkle as well. Like if this was made by a wand, I would be like, yeah, that makes sense. You know what I mean? If we did like the Cinderella, like where the glitter kind of like falls down and the dress is like revealed, I feel like this would be a good candidate for that. I will say this one is not the most forgiving to my little like gremlin rat posture. I do feel like I have to be quite upright and giving like, you know, pageant girl posture, which I don't have. I have it selectively in moments. It's just not like a natural state of being for me. I feel like if I were 12 and I was visualizing like princess dresses in like the books I used to read, this would be a dress that I could visualize. Oh, this is fun. I'm having fun. I always like having fun. I have fun a lot, actually. I'm pretty easy, fun, pleasable. Actually, we were talking about this in the Discord about what traits we would have if we were Sims. And I think I picked something like the easily excitable, I think it's what it's called, trait. You know, I'm just living La Vida Lucy. I see a new flavor of a grocery product I like. What an exciting day. What an excellent Tuesday. But it is the little things, right? I mean, this is a little bit more than like a little thing. It's kind of like a big, beautiful, gorgeous, voluminous, gorgeous, sparkly blue thing. So this one was picked by Ash Mareep in the Discord, and she added a little note and she said, I don't know if you like the one shoulder look, but I know you've been a little gym rat recently, so I think it's time to show off those shoulders. She has like the demon emoji, which I also like using. And she said, I was tossing up between sage and blue, but you always look stunning in blue, so I went with that. That's very nice. That is so funny that she was like, I don't know if you like the one shoulder look. Like, fair question. I don't think I've ever worn one before. And I used to feel like, no, like not really into it. But now I'm like, hey, maybe worth exploring. So I think we should keep this jazz train chuffing. That was such a bad joke, sorry. Alrighty, let's dive into the next one. Ooh, it's another big boy. It's feeling like a big boy. And it looks like it is another kind of like reddy, dusky, winey kind of color. It's not the exact same, but it's definitely like a similar vibe. How interesting. Oh my gosh, it looks like there's a lot of, ooh, hang on. Ooh, we got some embroidery. Oh, hang on. Whoa. Whoa. I think we've got like a cape. Oh, we've got some like little beady crystals kind of going on and embroidery. There's a lot happening. There's lots of like little elements going on, but like from the front, it does give like a very classic, elegant vibe. But it seems like it's got a cape, so I feel like it's gonna be like a beautiful in the front, stunning in the back kind of scenario. Only one way to find out. Let's try it on. Okay, now that we have the cape unraveled, it's giving a lot more drama than it looked like. This is giving fantasy, this is giving Game of Thrones. It's giving that one horny book about fairies, which I haven't read. I know everyone really likes that one specific series, but I feel like there are also like other series now that maybe have fairies, maybe they don't. I feel like one of them has dragons, but I know they're horny. So I could be completely off base here, but I feel like this is giving that. Something that I really appreciate about this dress is even though it's giving like a lot of like drama, it's actually very comfortable to wear once you get on it. There's like a sheer button up back kind of component, and I'm very lucky that my boyfriend was working from home today, because if he wasn't here, I would not have been able to do that. It's like fully all the way up the back, and it's a little bit of work to get into, but once you have it on, it's actually very comfortable, very easy breezy. And like, that looks really cool. Like, it looks very cool. And I love the fact that there is an activity. I don't know if people would describe having a cape or like a train an activity. And honestly, some dresses with trains are not really like a fun activity. You know, you kind of have to keep moving around so you don't trip on it or like trip someone else with it or step on it and rip everything off. This one I would describe as a bit more of an activity. You do still have to be careful because it is very long, but if it's not long, then you don't really get the drama. Not everyone is quite as uncoordinated as I am, but more importantly, you can do things like this. I also feel like I'm kind of giving like a vampire-esque. You know, you come to my castle in Eastern Europe and I walk down the giant grand staircase wearing this dress, what you do. It's okay, the feeding process won't start quite yet. You've got time, have a think. Maybe I'm confusing the word vampire with vampy. Surely they're related. They've got to be related, right? If someone looks vampy, it's because they look kind of vampire-y, right? Right? Maybe not. I assume there's some like etymology link between the two. Anyway. So this one was picked by Jessie in my Discord, and she just said it's gonna be a moment with like little sparkly emojis. And she was absolutely right. It is definitely a moment. I feel like when I was holding this up, or if you saw it on a hanger, it wouldn't really give like the full effect of the drama, but like draped over the shoulders, like she's right. This is a moment, and I feel like we should leave it at that. So let's check out the next dress. Ooh, okay, we've got like a little contrast lace going on and kind of like a dark green. This is feeling a little bit different. Ooh, it's short, okay. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, oh, there's a lot of embroidery. I don't know why, but it's immediately giving Christmas to me. Maybe it's because I'm wearing red and this is green and like white and kind of looks like, you know, like the combo of the three together. This one seems very different, looks like a lace up back too. Okay, I'm gonna bid adieu to my beautiful cape and we are going to try this one on. This dress reminds me so much of like, is it Edelweiss? Or like a little, you know, like a dewdrop, like one of those little flowers in a field. There's something about the shape of this and like the tulle and the length that's kind of giving like ballerina, ballet vibes. Not that I know anything about ballet at all, like my knowledge is pretty limited to like the Barbie ballet movies. Like I understand there's like very specific rules or like stuff about tutus and stuff. I'm not trying to steal ballet valor, okay? I'm just saying it's giving Christmas fairy to me. I think maybe it's just because I'm thinking about Christmas because we're now kind of in the downhill thing. It goes like my birthday, Halloween, and then I know it's like Christmas season soon. It's like my favorite kind of section of the year. So maybe that's why I have like Christmas brain. It's actually interesting seeing it with this level of contrast with this color because normally I kind of gravitate to like lighter, more pastel colors. And especially with an embroidery detail like this, I would kind of like pair it with the pastel so it'd be more subtle, but having it like really stark actually really brings the embroidery out. And you can really see like the floral vibe. I don't know, I just kind of feel very precious. Like this could be an alternate Tinkerbell kind of design. I don't know, I feel very cute right now. This one has a lace up back that is pretty chill. It's just kind of giving like shoelace level easy. And again, even with like the backless like lace up kind of vibe, there's enough like support and comfort there that I don't feel like it's fiddly or like uncomfortable. This is, yeah, surprisingly really comfy. Again, you've got like kind of a A-line flared skirt, so it's nothing too constricting, and it's short, so I can kind of go walkies with great ease. This one is super unexpected, but really fun, I feel. So this one was picked by Roz from my Discord, and they said, it's cute, but I feel like lace applique is sometimes terrible in real life. Does it actually feel nice? And I actually empathize with that sentiment, because sometimes I do feel like lace appliques online versus in real life can really be dicey. I feel like we've all seen the horror story where someone like sees a lace applique online and orders it, and then it's like a completely different applique. So I've just opened the link to look at the picture. It looks pretty identical to me. And just saying this as someone who's made a few videos with jjshouse, other than the fact that they're just super lovely and easy to work with, just in my experience, like the website listing versus what I end up trying on and getting is always like the same thing. There's no like, this is a completely different thing going on. And if that was the case, I wouldn't be doing this video. But yeah, if Roz was wondering if it looks as it does online, I feel like it does. It's quite striking and unique, and I'm like surprised by how much I like this on. And that's the fun of playing dress ups. I love dress ups. Dress ups are such a good time. And with that, I feel like we should move on to the final dress for dress ups, which is this one in what looks like a really gorgeous like teal kind of color. This is giving mermaid, like Ariel's tail. This is a really pretty color. I really like this, like a sea foam. It's not really sea foam, is it? Sea foam's like lighter, or is this sea foam? Or is this just sea, ocean, body of water with salt perhaps? Let's unfurl it. Ooh, ooh, I'm seeing some fun little like beady moments. Oh, this looks really pretty. Okay, wait. Wow, oh my gosh. Wait, have I got it the right way around? Yes, I do. I feel like this is again one of the ones where like if you saw this on a rack, like just kind of like that, you'd be like, sick. But like even just holding it up like this, it's feeling glamorous, like princess vibes. Ooh, I'm excited. And look, there's like a little glittery bead detail. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna get out of my little pixie dress and we're gonna move into Mermaid Town. Okay, we need to give it up for the last dress of the day, because this to me is mermaid fantasy. I am so surprised by this. Like, not really, I feel like you could tell when I pulled it out. The point of this video was to try and like surprise dresses, mystery dresses, and I knew it was gonna be a mix between things that I would like naturally really like and gravitate towards, and things that would be a little bit different for me, and that's like the fun of it. This one is one that I like wouldn't really notice, but putting it on, I'm like, this is like very me, I feel. Maybe it's a little bit more like elegant and mature of like a vibe that I would normally pick, but like the deep V kind of like, you know, keeps it at a fun level. I mean, it depends on what you consider fun. You know what I mean. We can pick some areas to keep it like classy, but we also need some elements of the outfit to like party rock. Can you imagine a stylist saying that to a client? Being like, yeah, I'm feeling like we're getting a lot of classy vibes, but I'm just wondering where like the party rock in this look should be. I feel like we need a little bit more red foo, a little bit more LMFAO kind of energy to really like party rock it out to balance, you know? I feel like I'm also doing like a sort of weird game of association where, because I'm like, oh, it's like an oceany color, then I'm also like, oh, it's giving like Titanic. I am the heart of the ocean, even though I know that that rock gem thing was more of like the blue, like a deep sapphire-y kind of blue. But just go with it, energy wise, in terms of aura, it's giving heart of the ocean. And I recently was thinking and musing to myself and being introspective about fashion, which is something I clearly like to do a lot. And I was like, you know what? Love a butterfly sleeve. Really love a butterfly sleeve, because it's like, it's giving mobility, but it's giving comfort, right? Because you've got like all the airiness in it. You know, if you're like dancing, you've got a little bit of air circulation happening. But it also means you can do things like this really easily and be like, never let me go, Jack. And it's just these things, I think people are not really thinking about it when they're coming to gown selection, okay? Think of the scenarios, think of the possibilities, think about the solutions. I feel like this is another dress where it's like, doesn't seem like a lot of like obvious razzle dazzle, but when you get into the dress, then you can give it the old razzle dazzle. Also, I'm obsessed with the low back with the little beading detail. I think that is just like so precious. I think potentially another reason that I'm really liking this dress is because of the color. I don't wear this specific turquoisey kind of dusty teal a lot. Like you do see it around, but you know what I mean? There are certain colors that like seasonally come in every year. There are those like trendy colors or like colors of the year that you'll see kind of all the time, or you'll see them popping up. And as soon as you start noticing that particular color, you'll see it everywhere. Whereas I feel like this is a color, I feel like now that I've talked about it, I'm gonna see it everywhere. But there's sort of like a vintagey kind of vibe to this color, and I think it's really cool. I don't know, I'm jazzed. There's something about getting to dress up in a bunch of gowns in an afternoon and getting to share them with you all. That's like, it's very fun. So this dress was picked by Marie, and she just picked the color that it was pictured as. And she said, I was really drawn to this dress. The color with the style, it's giving cute, stylish. I love simpler dresses without too much details, but the ruffles make it a bit more interesting. Also kind of reminds me of Hermione's pink ruffle dress. Oh, that explains a lot as to why I like it. I'm reading that and I'm like, she's right, you know. This does actually give that Hermione dress, and that explains so much because I was obsessed with that dress. I remember when I was thinking about what kind of dresses I wanted to wear for like my senior formal and prom, and there was a hot minute there, like a real hot minute where I was like, I should just like see if I can find a replica of the dress from the Yule ball that Hermione wore. I didn't end up going with that because I ended up just like going for a different vibe, but like there was a moment where I was like, well, that would look kind of slay, and it is a very pretty dress. But I totally agree, like it's the butterfly sleeves and like the softness to it that's really giving that, you know? And all I have to say is taste. So for any members of the Discord watching, thank you very much for picking out these dresses. I've probably already like sent a message in the Discord being like, I filmed this video today, or like whatever. But thank you so much for picking such beautiful dresses, and thank you to jjshouse for sponsoring and working with me on this video. And if you do choose to shop with them, don't forget to use my discount code so you can save a little cash off your little special occasion moment. And again, all the details will be down below. My time dressing up as a princess has come to an end, but don't worry because I'm a rat all year round. So if you haven't already, then do be sure to subscribe so you can stick around for more shenanigans. Yeehaw, partner! Where was there one cowboy reference in this video? As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!